Hey everyone, it's BDevine. Welcome to Divine Miracles, and thank you so much for joining me for the Air Signs Tarot Mini Forecast. I hope this is finding you happy and well wherever you are. And I am at my friend's house, so it's pretty cool in here. Hopefully you guys can see me. Alright, let's start. You all know what to do now with all the links and everything, but make sure you check out your moon and rising sign as well, just to get an overall picture. So I'm starting off with Aquarius, then Gemini, then Libra. We'll see what comes out. I've also got the Hanson Roberts deck too if I need them, so there we go. Alright, Aquarius, what's going on with you? I want to give you a really good, strong message. Angels and guides. You know what? This is what's going on with Aquarius. This is the energy at the moment. The Ten of Swords, which I always find is a really good card to get, because this does signify that crappy situations, hurts, upsets, betrayals, all of that have finished. So for some of you, you might be asking about, you know, a new person coming into your life or something like that if you're single, and this may come up and be scary, but it's saying like the past is behind you now, so it's time to take a new step into the next day, into the next part of your future. Aquarius, for some of you, Aquarians, for some of you, you really do want something to kick into place for yourself. I just get this high energy with you, like something, you know, really, you've been really working on something both mentally and spiritually and emotionally. So you really want this to happen for you. You want this to fall into place. You don't want to have to go through anything that you've been through in the past. And I find it refreshing to see the Ten of Swords. I also feel it's a card for you guys at the moment where you're finding out a lot of different things too. You might be finding out about other people. Something might kick into place. For other people, there's like a little bit of forgetfulness going on. Maybe there's some tension in the upper back region. Some of you might be getting a lot of headaches and things like that. And that's because, you know, you're getting yourself exhausted, or you were getting to a point of exhaustion with all the different things that you're trying to achieve and do and be responsible for and all those things. So this is asking you to just give yourself that rest that you need. And also that, yes, you do know you are right about a situation. You do know who might be to blame, or maybe someone's blaming you for something, and it's just saying that you need to hold your integrity. You already know exactly what is going on, and you do have support with you, even if it doesn't seem like it sometimes. I'm just going to do with that. Let's see what goes with the energy of the Ten of Swords from the Hanson Roberts. Because they're so strange, right? Look at that. So you've gone from, you know, having this situation, and then you've brought yourself into the ultimate happiness card. So it's quite a different, stark, you know, contrast here from where you have been and what you've been doing to where you're going. Some people that's a new relationship. For some people that's a new job. For some people that's more in-depth, like quality of your own relationship that you're already in, something changing for the better, even better, you know, than you could have imagined. For some people this could be moving house, or you know, just a movement which is happier for everyone involved. So now that you've come through this stage, Aquarius, you know, this week, be prepared for some really good news to start in your life, and help you to see, okay, there really is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, hope that's helpful, Aquarius. Don't worry too much about the negative looking cards. I always think it's refreshing, because there they are, we're dealing with it now. Okay. Okay, Gemini. Maybe that's the card, possibly. Okay. Okay, Gemini. There's the energy of the Knight of Cups, and we see the fish in the water. It could end up and be a water sign. could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio, could be any one of those, or it could just be someone with those attributes, you know, the watery signs. And we can figure out what that is. It's more an emotional type of sign. But this is indicating for you, Gemini, that an offer is coming forward for you, and it would be beneficial for you to listen to it, to think about it, to you know, maybe consider this as part of the next step that you're going to in your future. Like, don't discount these opportunities because it may not be exactly what you have thought of in the past. Like, you've got something that you want to do, and you want to do it in your own way, but this is saying something else might be coming forward that it wasn't originally what you really wanted to do. And even though that's the case, it's leading you into more of a position to do the things you want to do yourself. It's like it may lead you into a job, for example. It's not the ideal job, but it's the people that you meet there that lead you into that next phase. So any opportunity that comes forward at the moment, I feel with the Knight of Cups, is a positive step towards the future. Sometimes the Knight of Cups can be, you know, dreamy and, you know, maybe a little bit unreliable perhaps. But I'm getting this feeling that, you know, you can trust this situation or this person to move forward. I feel for you, Gemini, that you are still very much in your mind a lot. You know, that's just Geminis. You may be overthinking about situations is causing blockages in your way forward. And a lot of people ask me about blockages and things like that. And although, you know, there's negative attack and there's soul cleansing and there's things that we go through, it is generally to do with us in the first place. Whatever blockage is in our life or whatever negative energy is in our life, it's come from us in some way. So this could also be asking you to look at those blockages in your life, look where you're overthinking about things, and maybe just learn to, you know, put a blanket on those situations that you don't need to have as a focus in the forefront of your mind anymore, because it's clearly draining you, which is not good. Okay, let's connect with the Hanson Roberts. So what about this Knight of Cups? And we got the Chariot, which is also the sign of a water sign as well, the Cancer sign. But don't worry about signs, just listen to the details. That's the most important thing. And I feel here with the Chariot is like the balance is here. So this person comes in, you got the horse there, you got the horses there. You know, the person comes in to offer you something, and you know, you may start to see yourself in a better light moving forward, like you've taken the reins, you've taken control of that overthinking. This Knight, even though you can't tell by this picture because it's reversed when you look at it, is moving towards the future. This is something that has to do with your future or creating more love in your life as well. Sometimes this is a proposal. You know, he may make a proposal to you, he or she, like as in a commitment, you know. And this sign here just talks about, you know, traveling forward in your life, in your way. Doesn't mean, it can mean travel like across land because it's the Chariot, so it could be about to do with the car as well. But it's more traveling forward in your own life, figuring out your plan, figuring out your way forward, you know, and feeling more confident in that as you do it. Sometimes you're not very confident in yourself, Gemini. Like, you can have little habits that you do. You know, some of you might bite your nails or repeat things, or, you know, play with paper and go 12 things. You know, you've got to be doing something all the time. But you're finding your balance, your way forward, and this is securing this for you as well. I also feel things will start happening quite quickly in your life once you say, okay, I'm doing that thing, I'm worrying about that, and I don't need to worry about that, I need to focus my drive. Once you do that, it's like it all falls into place for you anyway. Okay, and Libra. Oh, so I'm just in, it's hard when you're in a different spot. You're trying to figure out yourself. Like, I'm at my friend's house, so it's a bit different. But it's cool. Alright, Libra, here we go. Okay, what's going on for Libra? Oh, goodness me. What's going on with the air signs? The 9, the 10 of Swords. Gemini had a good card. So, again, Libra. You really need to be careful of this section happening in your life. So, the 9 of Swords is despair, depression, feeling upset, feeling hopeless, feeling defeated, getting in your head's going around in circles, things are going on, you're feeling like, there's no hope, all of those things. And Libra, I know quite a few Librans, and you're so clever and you've got so much potential, but you don't always see it, and you feel like you need to do things in a certain way in order to be appreciated, You like everything to be in balance as well, of course. And at the moment, things may not be in balance within yourself. You go good for a while and then this thing happens, where you start feeling down on yourself. So the 9 of Swords talks about those sleepless nights and those upsets, things happening within your mind, like where, as you can see here, the doesn't want to listen to all this negative stuff and all these attacks, don't want to listen to it, but the head's up, like, can see it anyway, So perhaps for you, Libra, that you're perhaps being a little bit too withdrawn, maybe a little bit too within yourself. Maybe you haven't been going out much or walking much or doing much, and you've got all this time to be thinking about things. For other people, this is talking about grief situations, missing parents. Maybe it's Easter time, maybe there's someone that's passed away around this time that you're thinking about, or you're just finding that you're really missing company around you, or just aching for something that used to be there. Okay, this could be the case for you, Libra. I always just say whatever I think, but for the most part, this is leaving you. So this may be how you felt last week. This may be what you were going through a couple of days ago, and you've come through it. So we'll look at the Hanson Roberts. Okay. And you got the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Coins. So if your worries were concerning money, then this indicates that someone's coming forward with the information about that for you. I often find with the Knights that they also sort of represent your willingness to start making things happen in your life too. And maybe, because of all this worry and concern, and should I do it and shouldn't I do it, and maybe I could start this or start that, because of all of this, you're not really finding your drive and direction to have the energy to start a new project. So by looking at all the different aspects of your life that have upset you, and saying to yourself, there's nothing I can do about the things that have happened before. The only thing that I can do is make things better in the future. And I don't have to worry about how all of that comes about. The only thing I've got to do is keep on moving forward. And when those negative thoughts come into my mind, I either listen to them and get myself even more upset, or I let it all go, and allow myself a chance to breathe and become more like the Knight of Pentacles, that's moving forward with financial gain and lifting themselves into a new direction. A little bit slower than maybe the other Knights, but still moving forward anyway. And that's where you're at. It's time for Libra just to move forward now. All of that stuff in the past is in the past for a reason. If you are thinking about those things, you don't want to bring them, because otherwise you start bringing it forward and the situation becomes larger than it was to begin with. And, you can really start to throw yourself out, So be aware of the conflicts. For some people, with relationships or looking for a relationship, so for some single people, there could be someone that comes forward out of the blue into your life, if that's what you're looking for. And the person may very well be connected to money in some way, like whether working or they have a lot of money or something. Or that you're starting to look at new opportunities and new things, which is going to lead you in that direction. But for the most part, stay true to yourself. Who cares about what anyone else thinks? Just stay true to yourself, and things will start, having a way of working out for you, and you deserve it too. Okay, air signs, I hope that was helpful to you, and I really look forward to doing these videos and to the next ones that are coming up. So thank you so much for watching. Many, many blessings, and goodbye for now. Bye.